In this video, we are going to learn how to do a child and caregiver bulk upload into SmartLink. We use a child and caregiver bulk upload to add our children to a franchisee, and we use the child registration forms to fill in information for our template. We have a template we use to upload children and caregivers. This is the child and caregiver bulk upload template, and it has columns until Y. These columns, they all require to have data before we can save it as a CSV and upload it to SmartLink. If you're not sure what type of information to enter into this bulk upload, just come to the field description tab, where it's going to show you the name of that field, and it's also going to tell you what type of data we need for that field. So we use the child registration form to fill in our Excel template. All the information that we require here is we get the information from the child registration form, because the child registration form has the franchisee information. It also has the child's information. Then it also has the primary caregiver's information, and a few required other questions just to make us get the complete details of that child and that primary caregiver. So we use this form when filling out our Excel. I'm gonna start filling in my Excel now, but before I can fill in my Excel, I can show you the franchisee under Smart Start. Under franchisees, I can show you the franchisee that I'm going to load children to. I'm looking for Kelly Kumalo. This is where I want my bulk upload to come to, but I received an error that Kelly Kumalo has less than 3 children on the system. So I'm going to click on OK. This is because we haven't uploaded any children for Kelly Kumalo yet. The number of children is currently 0, and there is no children that can be seen under Kelly Kumalo. That's why I received that error saying she has less than 3 children on the system, and I must load children on the system. And that is what we are currently doing. So we use this bulk upload to upload children and also to upload the primary caregiver. So I'm going to enter the information. The name of the primary caregiver is Lindo. The surname of the primary caregiver is Zulu. You enter the ID number of the primary caregiver that you would have gotten from your child registration form. And you enter the relationship of the primary caregiver. This is the mother of the child. You enter the cell phone number of that primary caregiver. And then you enter the highest level of logic education, which this is matric. Does the child have support? Yes. Disability? No. Foster care? No. Just gonna scroll through. Pension? No. And when is the child going to start, or when has the child started? Then I'm going to enter the details of the child now. The details of the child, the name is Zamo, and the surname is Zulu. The date of birth is 2015, July the 15th. The ID number, it's 150715044680. And then the gender of Zamogushle is male. The home language is isiZulu. The ethnic group is African. Franchisee name, I'm gonna leave it blank because I'm gonna under franchisee I'm gonna put in the ID number of the franchisee, and on SmartLink it will then search for the ID number to give me the name. I will see under franchisee that it requires the ID number from the field description, because it tells me under franchisee that it needs the ID number of the franchisee the child belongs to, and the ID number is to be found on the system. So when you come to SmartLink, this is Kelly Kumalo, my franchisee, which I'm uploading the caregiver and the child to. So I just need the ID number. I'm gonna click and drag to copy it. Then I'm gonna right click and say copy. Come back to SmartLink. Under franchisee, I'm gonna paste my ID number. And then under playgroup none. This is for franchisees that have different play groups. So most of them normally have one group, or but if you are a franchisee, or if that franchisee has maybe different groups of play groups, then you would select where is this child going to. But I know that for this franchisee Kelukumalo, I know that there's no different types of play groups. And then grant recipient, yes, there is a child grant. And no, the child does not have any allergies. The parent consent for POPI, no. And the parent consent for photography or filming, yes. So now I've entered all my information until Y, which means my information now is ready to be uploaded to SmartLink. But we need to save this file as a CSV so that it can be uploaded by SmartLink. I'm gonna say click on file, save as, browse. I'm going to select my desktop, and then I'm gonna give it a name that I'm going to be able to remember. This is a child and caregiver. I'm just gonna say PU, and then save as type. I'm gonna change it to CSV. Just make sure you select the one in bracket that says comma delimited, and then I can click on save, click on OK. Then now my file should be saved under desktop as a CSV. The only thing I need to do now is to import it on SmartLink. And just remember that when we import the file on SmartLink, we first need to upload the primary caregiver. So we're going to start uploading the primary caregiver, and then we're gonna use the same file we saved as CSV to upload the child on SmartLink. Okay, so under franchisees, I'm gonna click on import data. I'm gonna choose the file that I just saved. This is child and caregiver PU. I'm gonna click on it and click on open. Click on next. Click on next. I received an error that a single column in the uploaded file. I'm gonna click on cancel. This is caused by delimiter settings. So based on your computer settings, your field delimiter will either accept a comma, a colon, a semicolon, or a tab character. In this instance, my computer settings didn't allow a comma. I'm gonna choose a semicolon, and I'm gonna click on next. Now I need to map where is my data going to be imported to on SmartLink. This is a children bulk upload, but it is also a primary caregiver bulk upload. So I did say that we need to first upload the primary caregiver before we can upload the child. So I'm going to select primary caregiver bulk upload and click on next. And then I need to map where on SmartLink it's going to go under. This is going to a primary caregiver. Just need to search for it, primary caregiver. And I'm going to click on next. Click on next. Click on next. Click on submit. My data has been submitted for import. Remember, I don't have to click on finish. I need to click on imports so I can see if my data was uploaded successfully or if there were any errors. Currently it says one has been processed and the reason it's passing. So I'm just gonna refresh. I can see it's still not done. Click on refresh again. So the status reason must always say completed. If it's not completed, then it means your data was not imported. So now I can see it says completed. Total that were processed was 1 and successful was 1. So now I can close my imports because it says my import was successful. Click on finish. So now under the same CSV file that we saved, we are going to now upload the child. So I'm going to come back to SmartLink using the same steps, import data, choose a file. It's the same child and caregiver PU. I'm going to click on next. I've already seen that my computer settings don't allow a comma, so I need to say semicolon. Click on next. Now, at first I selected the primary caregiver bulk upload, but now it's a children bulk upload. I'm going to click on next. Where is this file going? Remember also at first I selected that this is going under a primary caregiver, but now it's going under a child. And I'm going to say next. I'm going to say next. Click on next. Click on submit. My data has been submitted for import. I don't have to click on finish. Click on import. Okay, I can see this was my previous upload, and then this is the current one, which is currently not completed. The reason is currently not completed, so I need to refresh it as well so that I can see if my upload was successful or not. I'm gonna refresh again. I can see that now it says total processed is 1, successes is 1, and my reason is it's completed uploading. So now I can close import and click on finish because I know my data has been successfully imported. So now when I come to franchisees on SmartLink and search for Kelly Kumalo, I should be able, I still receive an error because I just uploaded one child record. If there was more children record, I wouldn't be getting this error now because I was loading, I would have been loading more than 3 children on the system. But it's still showing me the error because I only loaded one child record. But now if we look at Kelly Kumalo's franchisee account, you'll notice that now under children, there is Zamo Zulu that we just created now, and it was able to also put in Lindo Zulu. You'll remember that we started putting in the primary caregiver, and then now we are putting in the child to link it to the franchisee Kelly Kumalo. So this was a successful bulk upload. We use the bulk upload to put in a lot. If you have a lot of children on the system, you can use the bulk upload template to and then save it as a CSV so that you can be able to upload it on SmartLink. Another way of adding children is if you have maybe one more children you need to add, you would then need come to the small plus sign here and say add child record. This will also now ask you details of the child, and then under primary caregiver, you need to create a primary caregiver for that child. But this is normally used to if you're adding maybe 1 or 2 records, which won't require a lot of data or a lot of time to add on the system. But if you have a lot of children that you want to add for a franchisee, we prefer that you use the bulk upload.